Mr. Correa, can you please state your full name for the court?
Francisco Correa Barriga,
And where do you currently reside?
Houston, Texas, 77073.
How long have you lived there?
For like a year and 6 months.
Okay, and were you living at Stone Mesa Drive on March 26, 2025?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and where do you work?
I work for Admiral Glass Company.
What are your normal work hours?
My normal work hours are from 5 in the morning to about 5 in the afternoon.
Okay, and on March 26, 2025, what time did you report to work?
I was already on the clock and at work at 5 a.m.
Okay, and you have provided documentation via your time card for that week, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And does that time card reflect you clocking in for work at 5 a.m. on
Yes.
March 26, 2025?
Yes, ma'am, and being out at 5 p.m.
Okay, and have you seen the documentation? Well, let me ask you this. Were you at your home? Was it possible for you to be at your home at 7:02 a.m. on March 26, 2025?
No, ma'am, I was already at work since 5 a.m.
Okay, so if a return of service states that you were served on March 26, 2025 at 7:02 a.m. At your residence, would that be accurate?
No, ma'am, I was already at work.
Okay, have you ever personally been served with any court documents in this case?
No, ma'am, I have not.
Were you served with any documents on March 26, 2025?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever seen a citation or petition for this lawsuit prior to June 16, 2025?
No, ma'am. That is the
Okay,
day that I saw it on my emails.
Okay, and how many people live at your residence at 1507 Stone Mesa?
There's various family members, male and female, living there.
Buckle up, guys, because the moment this hearing opens, the energy in the courtroom shifts fast. The judge starts with a steady pace, but you can sense she's bracing for turbulence. The mother's attorney jumps straight into claims of ongoing harassment, unwanted visits, social media posts, and constant boundary pushing by the father. He argues she can't even feel secure at home, that every attempt to move forward is pulled back into conflict. But beneath his calm delivery, you can hear the strain of a case that's already stretched thin. The judge listens without flinching, signaling that while emotions are running high, this courtroom will stick to structure and facts.
Okay, and are you aware if anyone at that residence may have mistakenly been served and presented any documents to you of this lawsuit?
Not that I am aware of. No, ma'am.
Okay, how did you first learn that a default judgment had been entered against you in this case?
I was going through my emails and I just happened to see that I had an email from the courts, and that's when I clicked on it and saw the information that was sent to me.
Okay, and when you received that order via email, what did you do thereafter?
I immediately started looking for a lawyer to represent and see what action I needed to take to get this resolved.
Okay, did you ever ignore any legal documents or intentionally fail to respond to this lawsuit?
No, ma'am.
And is it your position, well, had you have been properly served with citation in this petition, what would you have done?
The same thing that I did whenever I found out was immediately seek legal advice and get this resolved accordingly.
Okay, were you trying to avoid participating in this case?
No, not at all.
Okay, now let me ask you, you've seen the default order that was signed in this case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
As the attorney presses his narrative, the courtroom tightens. He explains that social media harassment has crossed from annoyance into disruption, claiming the father uses Facebook and TikTok to poke at old wounds. But the judge isn't swayed by emotion alone. She pivots to the agreement the couple wrote themselves and raises a sharp legal point. Many property issues cannot be modified under current law. It's a reality check that hits hard. This plea may be compelling, but the courtroom cannot rewrite the past. Suddenly, the attorney must shift strategy mid-sentence, trying to fit emotional stress into the legal boundaries. The judge won't move.
And are of the children named in the default order, are you the biological father of all of those children?
No, ma'am. There's one of the children that I am not the biological father to.
And which child is that?
Aiden Jeremiah. Korea.
Now, at the time that this child was born, you and the mother were married, correct?
Yes, we were married.
And you're still married, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so though you are the presumed father of this child, is it your testimony that you are not the biological father of this child?
Yes, and both me and Miss Norma are aware of
I'm
it.
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Ms. Correa is
Okay.
making noises. Also, even though you are at home or you're outside, you are in court. So please treat it like court. Please try to get to a stationary location where you can focus on court and not be moving around and not having side conversations during court.
Yes, I am.
You all didn't reach an agreement, so it's real important that everyone hear what's being said. Obviously, you all care enough that you wanted a hearing. You have to participate in the hearing fully. I require that. And then also, we generally take testimony in court. So if you are not the person being asked questions, please don't interrupt or answer or roll your eyes. Wait till it's your turn to be asked questions. If you don't have counsel, you will be given a chance to speak as well.
Now the judge turns to the father, and the tone changes entirely. He calmly dismantles the harassment claims, insisting he hasn't stalked, followed, or invaded the mother's space. The only time he approached the home, he says, was during a custody exchange, and even then at the child's request. The contrast between both narratives is striking. On one side, alarm and escalation. On the other, a measured pushback insisting the accusations stretch far beyond reality. He emphasizes he's willing to settle everything regarding property, hinting that he's tired of the conflict dragging out. The judge watches closely, weighing two versions of the same story.
And then, isn't that relevant for this, but I'm not with the Attorney General's office, so anything you've discussed with them or given to them beyond what's been done in court, I have no knowledge of, and I'm not supposed to have knowledge of, so just be aware of that as well. And you may continue, Ms. Lewis. And Ms. Freer, you're in a stationary spot now. You are focused and not having
Yes.
a side conversation. Okay, perfect. Let's proceed, Ms. Lewis.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you believe that it's appropriate for you to be ordered to pay child support for this child?
No, I'm not the
And-
biological father, no.
Okay, and what would you request the court to do regarding this child if this judgment is set aside?
I just get removed from the child support. That what's fair.
Okay, and if the court does set aside this default judgment, what do you plan to do as it relates to the marriage?
We would want to file for divorce and do everything the correct way and get what's needed for the children done and do whatever we need to do to make everything right and get the proper documentation and everything done.
Okay, and would you have claims or requests that you would like to make regarding your property and children or marriage if you had the opportunity to present it?
Yes.
Okay, and no further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Damani, do you have any questions for Mr. Correa?
Just one question.
Okay.
Mr. Correa, looking at the time card details attached to the motion to set aside default judgment, it does not have your name on it.
Okay.
Where did you obtain a copy of that time card detail?
We have an app on the phone where we clock in and out, and you have to click by name to show you the correct details.
And so how can the court be sure that that was your time card?
The judge tries to steer the conversation back to order, approving several small requests quickly. But the moment the father suggests restructuring the entire property exchange as a single deal, she cuts in sharply. This isn't a negotiation room, it's a courtroom, and she won't let either side turn it into a bargaining session. Then, almost unexpectedly, she steps into deeper territory, addressing the emotional burdens parents carry after divorce. She reminds both sides that their focus should be stability for their child, not prolonging battles over assets. Her tone shifts from firm to cautionary, signaling that the personal fallout is becoming just as important as the legal details.
I'm not sure if I can log into it and you see me click my name and it shows the time card. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up right now if there's a different way of showing the name or anything. Give me 1 second. Yes, there. My name should be at the very top of the time card.
So are you doing this on your computer or on the device, the same device that you're using Zoom on?
No, I'm using another device.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can. I can't screen share it, but I can send it to my attorney, and then she can send it to you guys. But it does have my name at the very top. It says Korea Francisco Barriga.
If the court would allow it,
I will allow that.
I just have to click back to the date. Give me 1 second.
If you're able to do it on this device, you could screen share what you're doing.
No, I have it on my work phone. Is the one that has the
Got it.
phone application. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I could if y'all can see it on the screen here. It's Francisco Korea, and then you go to details, and then it shows all the dates and times.
are you able to go a little closer to the camera? I'm not able to see it.
I'm gonna go back to the page where it shows my name, which will be here at the very top.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ms. Damani, were you able to see that?
I'm still not able to see it. I don't know if Judge is able to see it.
Yeah, you're probably looking at the earnings summary. If you look at the blue section on top, it says his name.
Yes, and then I just go to the details
That Ms. Damani?
for the week, and then it shows everything.
Yes, thank you.
Here the judge delivers one of the most sobering moments of the hearing. She warns that while parents may think their online arguments and private frustrations stay hidden, children feel the impact immediately and deeply. She stresses that social media isn't just noise, it's a weapon that can undo months of progress with one reckless post. She points out that the child at the center of this case is already vulnerable, and every hostile exchange makes the situation worse. Both parents sit in stillness as she highlights how easily emotional damage can overshadow legal rulings, reminding them that the court cannot protect a child from what they create outside these walls.